Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. The WeiLong GTS is here. This is a new super hyped cube that's supposed to beat them all, but does it live up to that hype? Let's find out. Before I begin, I want to thank SpeedCube Shop for helping make this happen. You can stop by the store and use discount code CubeReview to save 10% on your order. The WeiLong GTS is nothing like the WeiLong V1 or V2. Before I got this cube, I assumed the edges might be similar, just like the WeiLong, which was said to be a new iteration of the WeiLong line when it came out. This is a completely new cube that just happens to use the same name. It comes in 56mm and currently stickerless is not an option because the cube uses caps instead of separate pieces for the corners and edges. It does come in the multiple colors that MoYu has been doing lately, with this one being the teal one. Let's start from the outside. The stickers seem a bit different. The only one I can tell for sure is orange. The orange in the past was a bit more dull and almost a peach or coral color. This is definitely much brighter and more of a fluorescent orange color. They seem to be copying the half brights you might see from GAN's 356 Advanced or Masters Edition. The shades are slightly different, but similarities are apparent. Speaking of similarities to the 356, you can also see them in the corner design. The grooves on the sides, cap design, and curved bottom of the stock, although similar in all cubes, is definitely inspired by the 356 design. The edges are pretty standard and nothing that stands out of the ordinary. The caps stand very well and I doubt will ever pop for anyone unless there is some defect. From here we get to the springs, which are different than I've seen in any cubes today. Part of the spring is tighter than the other. MoYu claims this helps create a great corner cutting while also keeping the cube feeling stable. The final thing here is the core. It looks like the Guoguan Yushao with the reinforced edges and not the old core they've been using for some time. Let's talk about the feel of the cube. That's what most of this comes down to. As far as in the hands before turning, it feels just like a Yushao. The pieces are rounded, it's 56mm, and has similar flexibility. When turning, this does not have the airy feel of the Yushao. It does not have the super smooth feeling of the GAN's 356, and it really doesn't feel like any MoYu cube. Honestly, it feels like a Fangshi cube. There's a scratchiness that I haven't experienced since the Shuang Ren. I feel that if Fangshi made the 356, this is what it would be. It's also extremely fast. This is the most uncontrollable out-of-the-box cube I've ever used. I did put in some weight 6 from SpeedCube Shop. What weight 6 is good for is to make it more controllable, but since you don't need much, it keeps that super scratchy feel. I could use more of a lighter lube and put more in, but I didn't want to lose the feeling. Lastly, corner cutting is above what you would expect a year ago, and will cut from almost anywhere. Now the big question, is it good? Oh my god, yes. I've been so jaded about newer cubes because there's so much hype for each one and they're all about the same. This has made a big step forward in what to be expected in cubes today. Yes, GANs did that with their cube, but with the initial catching issues and super high price point, it was harder to take it as the new standard, but it is here. I will most likely use this more often than other cubes I have. I will probably get the black version because although I've gotten used to the teal, I feel like it'd be a bit more consistent with black. This has also been very nice for one-handed saws, even though it is what many would consider a full-size cube. Will this cube get you better times if you already have a nice cube? Probably not. Most people will want to slow it down. I highly suggest the weight 6 lube. You just need a couple dots and it'll slow it down without losing that awesome Fangshi type feel. Not since the Thunderclap have I been this happy with the 3x3. I'm excited to see where cubes go from here. I want to mention that the cube does come in this very nice box that reminds me of the GANs where it's not just made of paper. Even the inside color was taken into consideration. There are those plastic pieces that hold the cube in place that MoYu says that you can use to help break it in. But really, it does nothing but hold the cube in place in the box. I honestly feel that maybe this happened at the MoYu factory. Hey Bill, the new boxes for the cube came in. This cube is great, but I need some sort of extra gimmick to make the cube really sell. What to do? What? You're a genius. Thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Hit like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And as always, stop by SpeedCubeReview.com for more news and reviews. Hey Bill, the new boxes for the cube came in.